Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ bless you. Hey, it's that time again. We need you to subscribe to the IUIC Phoenix YouTube page, all right? So make sure you go ahead and subscribe right now. We need your help. Shalom.
When you look in the mirror, what do you feel? Fearlessness, austerity, masculinity, godliness. But what does your beard say about you? Get definitive results with the bold, natural sense from the manly badge of dignity beard oil and ignite the king in you, because it's important to look how you feel.
So far, son? Yeah. So we gotta hearken to the commandments, right? So what are some of the commandments? What are some of the commandments? You go to church?
Yeah, I used to. Hey, bro, I got a question.
What's your question?
Like, where we get this religion from?
This ain't religion. This is a nationality. No, you straight. That's because you know what? You know what it is. A lot of people. Give me that man-made religion. Give me that real quick. I'm gonna show you something real quick. Any question you ask, we ain't offended, bro. Because we have the same thoughts, bro. You understand what I'm saying? You ever heard of this? You ever heard of a Baptist? You ever heard of a Mormon? You ever heard of a Seventh-day Adventist? You ever heard of a Jehovah's Witness, a Pentecostal? You heard of all these things, right? These are what?
Those are like branches of the.
Those are man-made religions, right?
Gotcha.
The Bible ain't never speak about no type of religions. Our religion, when it speaks about in the scripture, religion means just to simply restrain. So what restrains us or what we're supposed to do, we're supposed to be keeping God's laws.
That's right.
Watch, so let's go to Sirach real quick.
All right, so this, what I'm saying, like this Bible, like where we get this from?
Where we got the Bible from? We got the Bible from God because it's our heritage book, it's a history book.
Bring it out.
What we do is we look at, since our oppressor conquered us, we look at the Bible as a religious book, like as far as a man-made religious book. Does that make sense? We look at it like a Christianity when this is actually a heritage. This is about a people's history, and this is about a people's heritage. A heritage consists of what? History, not only history, but it consists of, there you go, it consists of culture, right? So it consists of foods we eat, clothes we wear, the way we're supposed to conduct ourselves, and it's not for everybody. The confusion is we think that the Bible is a religious man-made book, that everybody, it belongs to everybody. This book don't belong to everybody. I'm gonna show you that. Watch this. Give me a Psalms real quick. This Bible only belonged to one people. Yeah, I'm about to get that. Yep. Yeah, read this real quick, because I want to show that the Bible only belongs to Israel. Watch this.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147 and verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
So he showeth this word, the Bible, unto Jacob. Who is Jacob, my brother? No. So I'll show you. So look at this sign right here, son. Right here. Jacob was the father of the 12 tribes of Israel. He was a physical man. So I said he showed his word to Jacob. Give me Genesis 35 real quick.
That's not Abraham. Who Abraham is?
Abraham is one of the forefathers before Jacob. I'll show you this. Abraham was Isaac's father. I'm going to show you something. 35 and 10. Read this.
The book of Genesis, chapter 35 and verse 10. And God said unto him, thy name is Jacob.
Thy name is Jacob. Read.
Thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name.
So guess what? So Jacob, physical man, had these sons, right? Then God changed his name to Israel, right? And this man had 12 sons, right? And those are the 12 sons he had right there. So these are physical. He had all these sons, and then we came from all those sons, meaning our lineage came from all those sons. You see? So it ain't never been about religion. It's always been about what our forefathers have passed down to us. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
So I'm saying, so where we get this book from? We say God had gave us this book.
So this is our, watch, I'm gonna show you. Give me Exodus real quick. I'm gonna show you. Start from 11.
The book of Exodus, chapter 24 and verse 11. And upon the nobles of the children of Israel.
So before I read this, I'm gonna give you a summary. So what, historically, where were the Israelites at historically? Where do you start when you see them start? Yeah, where did they start as a people? Yes, it was in Egypt, right? Right? They were in Egypt, right? So when they came out of Egypt, watch this. This is when they came out of Egypt. This is Moses. Watch this.
And upon the nobles of the children of Israel, he laid not his hand. Also they saw God and did eat and drink. And the Lord said unto Moses, come up to me into the mount.
So the Lord called Moses, right? After they came out of Egypt, he said, come up into the mountains, right? Read.
And be there, and I will give thee tables of stone.
What did he say he was going to give them? Tables of stone. Let's see what was on those tables of stone. Read.
And a law.
And a what?
A law and commandments, which I have written.
So what did he give them? He gave them a law and commandments, which God wrote, right? He gave it to who? Moses. So how did Moses, let's see if what Moses did with what he got, right? You finished that?
That thou mayest teach them.
Thou mayest teach who? The children of Israel. Teach his family, right? Read. Is that all?
Yeah, that was this.
Give me Hebrews 19 and 9. I'm gonna show you something. Something else. Hebrews 19 and 9, real quick.
9 and 19. Hey,
9 and 19, thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna finish answering your question, and then I'll come to your next question. I wanna make sure you fully got it.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 9 and verse 19. For when Moses had spoken every precept to all the people according to the law, he took the blood of calves and of goats with water and scarlet, wool and hyssop, and sprinkled both the book and all the people.
He sprinkled the what?
Both the book.
So where do we get the Bible from? It said he sprinkled the book. So when the table of stone he went up to get, it was a book with laws and commandments. So that's where we got the Bible from. When Moses went up to God, he got the commandments of God, and then what did he do? He delivered them to his people. So that's where we got the book. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. So you getting where you got the book from the book?
Yes. Because it's historical fact. Just like we got what happened to us in the book. Does that make sense? Because it's historical fact. It's a historical fact. So understand that slavery happened, correct? Because that's a historical fact. When you go through the records, you understand slavery happened. Where do we find slavery? Where can we read about it? Our history, where else can we read about it?
Bring it out.
Only history books, right? Okay, so I'm glad you said that. Give me Deuteronomy 28 real quick. How did we get here? How did we get over here? Because we was going over with Rick. We was going over saying that these things, we picked cotton, our names was changed. How do we get over here? What happened to us as a people? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 48, or 47. How do we get over here? My brother, what was it? Hassan, right? How do we get over here? Tell me, give me one. We was brought and we came, but how? What method of transportation? We drive, we flew, we got Southwest. How we go? We came on ships, right? Okay, and you said that's history, right? Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
So we serve our enemies, not our friends, in want of all things, right? Where do we gotta go to get a driver's license, a birth certificate, a death certificate, all these things? Where do we gotta go? Who's them for? We make it playing with me, man. Who's they? Who's they? Americans. What race of people are they? Is the black man oppressing us up in the White House?
Get up in the White House.
Yeah, good. All right, but they not. That's the point. They're not getting up in there. right? Because who put us in slavery? The same people that's up in the government, the White House, the Senate, the House. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they indoctrination. I'm definitely tell you that.
Right. So guess what? It said we gonna serve this same brother in one of all things. We want to get an education. We want to get a birth certificate, a death certificate. So guess what? When you born, they put a piece of paper on you. When you die, you got to get a piece of paper. When you want to get out the country, you need permission, right? You need a passport. You need a pass to get out the country. Watch this. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you they didn't give this book to us because I understand your thought process because it's a syndrome that I like to say. It's a newspaper syndrome that they do with dogs. I'm gonna show you something. So, for instance, I have a dog, right? I may hit him with a newspaper. Bam, bam, bam. And I'll tell you this, and this is true. This is true. And this brother got dogs. Hit him with the newspaper. If I set the newspaper down, the dog's gonna get scared of the newspaper. But is it really the newspaper that's inflicting the pain on him? Well, what is it?
Bring it out.
It's me.
Bring it out.
So if I get the Bible, right, and in slavery I can't read or write, and then somebody teaches me the Bible how they want me to teach it, it's not the Bible I should be afraid of.
Bring it out.
It should be that man. Correct? So your oppressor that never taught you that you was above all people. Why would he teach you that? Because guess what that would do? What would that do? It'll make you stronger. It will show you that you're better than him. So why would he teach you this book to show you that he is better than him? Because we read this Bible, and we haven't read them yet, but guess what? Everybody in this Bible is a black man. Job is black. Solomon is black. Christ is black. But why does Christ look like that when you Google it? Those are questions that make you just go, right? Watch this. Read Deuteronomy 28 and 48 again.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
So now it said he shall put a yoke of iron on our neck. Remember, I don't want you to lose the thought, son. We didn't hearken to God's commandments, and then curses came upon us. Now, one of these curses is that a certain man is going to put a yoke of iron upon somebody's neck. Who had yokes of iron on their neck, and who did it? That's what I want. Look down. What's a yoke of iron? Let's deal with it. What's a yoke of iron? Right there. I don't want to get your foot. This is a yoke of iron. Yoke of iron. Yoke of iron. Who's this? What's happening? You got to tell me. Talk to me. Right. For the runaway. What race was the slave? What race was the slaver? Why you got to get up out of here? Get a water. Stay. Get a water. Stay.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna catch y'all later though.
Why? Why you gotta catch us later? Stay for 2 more minutes so you can get the full understanding. You may not get this again.
I don't think you're gonna do it in 2 minutes though. You know what I'm
but
saying?
You can get more understanding, so it help you grow. It help you grow, bro. Help you grow. All right. Step back, so I want to get you. I want to hit you, real quick, because I want to finish this with you, so you understand. Because you got good questions, but you got to finish the thoughts. You got to finish the thoughts, and you got to know something that you need to do, what you can apply. Watch this.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
68. Because we're going to go back to how he said we got here. He said it's a history book. We reading about history. So guess what that proves? The Bible is also a history book. But it's a history that happened to only one race of people. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So now, it said the Lord shall bring the Israelites into Egypt again. What were the Israelites doing in Egypt? They were slaves, right? It says, so the Lord's going to bring you into Egypt again. The Israelites as a whole nation, us as a nation, have we all went back into Egypt again? No. We're still in America and scattered through various 4 corners of the earth, right? Watch this.
And the Lord shall bring thee into
Exodus 20 and 2.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
What is Egypt? The house of bondage. What is bondage, my brother Hassan? What is bondage? Slavery, captivity, right? So it said the Lord gonna bring you again into Egypt again, right? So you even said yourself, historically, the black and Hispanic man or the Israelites did not go into Egypt as a whole nation. So what is he talking about when it says going to Egypt again? Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So the Lord's gonna bring you into slavery, bondage, captivity again. How though?
With ships.
Uh-oh. How do we go into slavery?
Bring it out.
What's that? That's a slave ship. That's a slave ship. You see all them packed in there like sardines? You see that?
Teacher.
That's a slave ship right there. What the Bible say?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With ships. That's history. That's a historical fact. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
So guess what? Moses said, even though I'm telling y'all this thousands of years, it's going to happen in the future. So guess what? All them thousands of years ago that Moses told the Israelites, you don't do what God say, you're going to go into slavery with slave ships. They didn't believe him because they didn't keep the commandments, just like we're not doing today. And what happened? We got put into slavery. Watch this.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
You better believe we were sold to our, but did it say our friends? It said our enemies, right? Read.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
For slave man, slave woman.
And no man shall buy you.
No man's going to be able to redeem us. Are we redeemed today? Absolutely not. We are not, my bad, Hassan. We're not redeemed. So it's letting you know that the children of Israel still suffer those curses today. So what must we do? What should we be doing today? 10 and 12. Very good. You said we should be following the commandments.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.